Hold up. This is a private event.
I'm meeting a friend.
Not without an invite.
He's with me. Reyes Vidal.
Go on in.
Reyes Vidal. I was beginning to think you wouldn't show.
Remember what I said about fashionably late?
Shh. Introduce me to your companion.
Pathfinder? Meet Kima Dorgan, the Angaran representative to Sloan, and a friend.
A pleasure, Kima. Call me Ryder.
Reyes mentioned your professionalism.
Sorry to cut this short, but I need to take care of something.
Abandoning me already?
It won't take long. There are important players here tonight. You should mingle, make a good impression.
You're gonna be playing catch-up on all the fun.
I work best one step behind. Promise.
And there he goes.
Any idea what he's up to?
It's better not to worry about what Reyes does. Enjoy the party.
Rough night?
Said something I shouldn't have. To a woman. Nola. She's in Gar. Been planning tonight for weeks. Filed my talons, buffed my fringe. Only to screw up not 2 seconds after walking through the door.
Sorry things didn't work out like you hoped.
I was bad with women in the Milky Way. Not sure why I thought it'd be different here. Nola has a sister. I may have compared the two of them. I thought if I made Nola jealous... Stupid.
Okay, that's bad. Really bad. But I still think you can recover. Explain that you only said what you did because you're an idiot, and you like her.
You think that'll work?
Better than wallowing in self-pity.
All right. Wish me luck.
You playing a game?
Trying to. This idiot can't decide on evens or odds.
You look lucky. Which should I choose?
Always play odds.
Right. Odds.
Better luck next time.
You lost me my credits, asshole.
Hey, you asked me to choose.
I won't forget this.
Good to see you again, Pathfinder.
How did you meet Reyes?
The only way anyone meets Reyes Vidal. Through business. His skills are very valuable in Kadara Port.
Have you seen Reyes?
No, but I'm sure he'll be back soon.
I hope these pirates haven't given you a bad view of my people.
Don't worry, Ryder. I judge individuals, not groups. You, for example, I like. Not sure about who you work for, but I've learned to keep my options open.
You never know who might end up in charge.
Exactly.
What's it mean to be an Angaran representative to Sloan?
Sloan relies on me to provide an Angaran perspective.
Does she listen to you?
Only in extreme cases. She makes a show of being pro-Angaran, but her priority is the outcasts. She throws these parties to mollify my people. It won't work forever.
Are you part of the Resistance?
No. Ephra and I share information, but Kadara's problems come first. If war breaks out between the Collective and the outcasts, it will be my people who suffer.
Nice talking to you, Kima.
Likewise, Pathfinder.
Crashing parties now, Ryder?
I'm here with a friend.
Mysteriously absent friend. Just keep a low profile. Sloane's already gonna give me hell.
I'd like a drink.
What's the name of my bar?
What?
You want a drink? Answer the question.
Krala's song.
Pathfinder, what an unexpected surprise.
Nice of you to throw a party for the locals.
We both know I'm not doing this to be nice.
Smart, then.
Like I said, there's no reason we can't be civilized. Enjoy the party.
Reyes, where are you?
No answer, but I believe he headed to one of the side rooms when we arrived, Pathfinder.
Let's see what he's up to.
Damn it. Why can't the serial numbers be in the same spot?
Whatever you're doing, it stops now.
Ryder, it's not what it looks like.
So you didn't use me as a distraction to go through Sloane's stuff?
Okay, yes. But it's for both our benefit. I
You've
promise.
been making a lot of promises.
Shit, someone's coming. We need a distraction.
Sorry. My friend had a bit too much to drink. Hey, it worked.
Next time, I come up with the plan. Finally, here it is.
That's what this was all about? Whiskey?
The only bottle of Mount Milgram in Andromeda. Triple distilled and 645 years old. This isn't whiskey. It's treasure.
I hope you're planning on sharing.
Ha, we'll see. Let's get out of here. Gorgeous, isn't it? I sometimes forget. Is Andromeda everything you hoped it would be?
Every day's an adventure. Even my nights off are interesting. What about you? Why did you come here, Reyes?
To be someone.
You're someone to me?
To new adventures.
And new friends.
The discovery of Aya was just what we needed, Ryder. The Angaran scientists have been so generous in sharing their wisdom. It's been amazing.
Angaran expertise will be a tremendous help to the initiative.
We were certainly hurting for it. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Oh, the ship manual's useful. That leg of my workbench needed propping up.
If you bothered reading it, you'd know that the Tempest is an orchestra of new tech. You can't just meddle with...
I got this ship launch ready in record time, Callow. I know my stuff.
And you don't have a shred of respect for other people's.
Callow.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry you had to hear that.
Kadara Port's pretty grisly, huh? Probably get into all sorts of trouble there. And now we're going after the Archon's ship? Sure that's a good idea.
In the absence of any others, it's an excellent one.
Guess I can't argue with that. Anything else to go over?
I have to admit, when you invited me to your apartment, I thought you might be luring me there for something else.
You thought, or you hoped?
I might have been hoping.
That hope had crossed my mind as well. If Kalinda hadn't intruded, who knows what might have happened.
Is there more about Kalinda you want to share?
Back home, she was upper crust. An ambassador, respected, living the high life, but miserable. Not built for royalty, she said. With her position, the initiative sought her out as a first contact specialist. First wave out of stasis. Kalinda was the one who got me thawed out early. I'm still grateful for that. But things went south soon. She hurt me. Pretty badly.
What happened?
Oh, let's not drum up that sob story. It's all water under the bridge.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
I thought I hated the Ket before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get are wastelands and a death cloud, they riot. Some wanted to go home, some demanded answers, and a couple just wanted to stir shit up.
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. Maybe we were conned into coming here. But why would the initiative go to all this trouble just to screw us over? Thing about conning people, you always know something they don't, and that's why the con works. And if I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did you keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work. Construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would. Being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Hey, Jal? Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. 1 second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
if I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
I can see how that'd help.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofgin. I might sew him one.
He does.
Do Krogan like knives? I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Jarl, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and skilled to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
I think most people feel like that.
I want to fit in. I want to make a difference.
And most people probably think the same thing.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
You're one of us now, Jarl.
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Colonial Affairs, the ass in assistant director. Got no idea why Addison keeps him around. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising, and he's headed out for cash ever since. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Anything about the Ket? Or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you. Break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
What's it like to have Kesh as a granddaughter?
Kesh is my Rushan, child of my blood. Raised her myself. Damn proud of her too. She did good, even with me for a granddad.
She's honest. Definitely blunt.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on SAM and squad connectivity yet?
Yeah. You want to hook that thing up to my comms, sure, but that's where it stops. Putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can do when they turn on their creators. Been in some of those fights. There's a reason that kind of research was outlawed.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance when news of what my dad was researching got out.
No shit. Ruined the writer name, I'll bet.
Almost. Sam is part of what makes someone a Pathfinder. You're just gonna have to deal with that.
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
I'd like to know more about you.
Fire away.
So, about all this combat experience you have, I'd love some details.
Ha! The list will be shorter if you ask me what experience I don't have. I've been doing this for a long time now, centuries, shit, well over 1,000 years. Don't even know how I'm still alive, to be honest.
Skill?
It ain't luck to be a merc. Skill, sure, but a whole lot of luck. And a really hard head.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Your father brought you into the project pretty late, didn't he? Must have been a pretty steep learning curve since they thawed you out.
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. Anyway, I met Vetra back when we were building the Nexus. She swiped supplies I was trying to get for cash right under my nose. I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian takes shit from no one.
She really has a way of getting things done.
She sure does. But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Cash's office, no less, to tell me she'd been working for Cash all along. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the Krogan colony.
My clan's there. We also got some scouts looking for any unclaimed territory to grab up. Got a decent setup going, self-sustainable, the works. Even some farming.
Farming? Krogan farm?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything doesn't mean we gotta settle for scraps. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
Why did the Krogan leave the Nexus?
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop the mutiny. In return, we were supposed to get a say in station business. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about the deal, and Tan came down hard. Too hard. So we left. Cash is alone on that station now.
Do you think Cash can handle station politics?
Cash can handle anything. Thing is, Spender's a liar and a coward. He was part of the mutiny, I know he was. A lot of people got hurt because of him, on both sides.
So what's my part in this?
Things need to get sorted out, and my clan needs to get back on station, without Spender messing things up. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hey, one last thing.
Yeah?
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
Pirates, exiles, severed heads. Kadara Port's a peach, huh? And Sloane Kelly is the pit. Anything you needed?
What did you do while you were part of the Asari military?
4 years in a commando unit called Talane's Daughters. Part of the Council's cross-species military integration initiative. You probably had a more exciting time defending that Arcturus relay. But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in Asari space.
What was your commando unit like?
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our old lady sniper. Kalia patched us up, and Valenza prayed between firefights. Our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work is never done.
Every civilization needs its defenders.
And the defenders usually match their civilization, like Asari huntresses being adaptable as hell. Makes you wonder what our militia will look like in 100 years.
You were in the Alliance before you became a huntress, right? What made you join up?
My biotics. I was still living on my parents' cargo freighter when they manifested. Untrained biotic power on a starship means accidents, but we couldn't afford a tutor. The Alliance had implants, the training, everything. Old history now. Your turn. Remind me why you came to Andromeda.
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus mass relays. Off to glory, while I stayed behind. Then Dad's career collapsed. His AI research made him too toxic.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story and my horizons. and to give Sarah a shot at making the discovery of a lifetime. So, Andromeda.
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
Did you come out here with anyone? Maybe someone you served with?
I had my fun on shore leave. Nothing serious, though. Sorry, huntresses, figure things out. But I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Does that mean fraternization is okay for Asari commandos?
It'll happen, but usually only for one deployment. Asari don't usually stay with each other long term. After your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
After 4 years with Asari commandos, you must have some great war stories.
Nasira assassinated a Krogan warlord with a pack of playing cards once.
A pack of cards?
Choking hazard, apparently.
Wow. See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Oh, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted cat. I called Jarl to show him. Oh, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Anything's possible. We just have to keep trying.
Even from mistakes, we can learn. Thank you, Ryder.
What?
Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent. You're making his grief worse.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Ket are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
I know this job was a surprise, but you've really stepped up. And look, you got your Ket sample.
Their bodies are unlike anything I've seen. Centuries of gene stealing, crafted evolution. It's horrible, of course, but also fascinating.
Glad you're settling in.
Sink or swim, right? I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
Pathfinder, hey, I was wondering, could you put your stamp on a project? It's for me and Jarl to work on. Call it diplomacy if you have to put it in a budget bucket. Greenlight that research and it's all good.
Just wondering what you think of how I'm doing at the job.
I'm committed to the initiative. You're Pathfinder. It's as simple as it gets.
We barely covered how you joined. Tell me something about yourself.
Alright, I was a bad student, piss poor cop, great responder. Had a good life, but it'd all been done. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop, then crisis response? Couldn't have been long in either.
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew it didn't fit before I did. But it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
You found your place. Not everyone gets that.
I knew it. Glad for it every day. And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I miss the hell out of them. Some nights you just cry, right? That's the thing everyone does. Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin. Both lawyers. Met on the Citadel, settled on Earth. No brothers or sisters. That might have been too much to leave. It was traditional. How about you?
Traditional is a weird term for family. Like normal. Who's that describe?
I suppose you're right. I sure didn't keep to tradition. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Liam, I signed off on that project.
That's great, Pathfinder. Jarl and Maldarov, we got our gear.
Costa? Ryder?
I'll bite. What's with the gun show?
We're swapping armor, not weapons.
Don't let him tease you. I explained the reference. You ready to go?
Go.
Right. The pattern on your pauldron?
Family honorific.
Can I wear the poncho?
It's a Rofshin. And no.
Why? Is it religious?
Wait, what?
It's personal. You're not allowed.
Because of status or species?
Maybe it's both.
Do all humans look alike?
Some of you sound alike.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought this was about armor. Are you deliberately trying to offend Jarl?
Of course he is.
That's the point. Asking stuff diplomats leave out. Armor for answers.
My turn was earlier. Nexus info packets leave a lot out. I am sorry. Was this not sanctioned?
You weaseling Adi.
Nevertheless. Ryder?
I hope you know what you're doing. I don't need the Nexus breathing down my neck.
Relax. Jarl won't complain to HR or whatever Tan thinks we report to. We were joking around and realized we didn't know how to insult each other. Or how not to. Some things are so ingrained they're invisible. We didn't even know the warning signs, so we got it over with. Now we won't do it accidentally. Like when we're trying to negotiate an outpost. Enough of his people want to shoot us now.
Okay, I kind of get the intent. No harm, no foul?
If Jarl was offended, I'd be on the floor. I'll take that kind of honest any day. We have a lot to learn. That's part of what our team is for. Better now than when people's lives are on the line.